Hi guys, welcome back to FelidomancyHoodoo. We're back down at Charlestown Beach again today to do a stone throw and a bone throw for you for the rest of January, see us through till the start of February. Obviously we've had the new moon last night, this morning, depending on whereabouts you are in the world, but yeah, that was quite an intense one, wasn't it? New moon in Aquarius, and yeah, super moon as well, I believe, if I remember correctly. There's lots and lots of energies been around at the moment. We've just come out of Mercury retrograde, Mars has been in retrograde, we've had Saturn, Jupiter and Venus all messing around in the systems and stuff as well, and oh my word, this last fortnight has been intense, hasn't it, energy wise? Have you guys been feeling it too? Maybe you can leave a message in the comments below and confirm one way or the other, but as always it's nice to know if it's just me or if it's the whole of the collective. But anyway, yeah, it's a time of change, definitely a time of change. I don't know, some of you may have seen the post put up last night when after doing the new moon ritual of a few tarot cards, where I chose a couple of the moon cards and then shuffled the tarot cards, Rider Waite deck, and had loads fly out, which are all relevant to the moon cards I picked and how I feel things have been going for us all energy wise recently. Yeah, it's a time of change. There's lots of different things coming up we've got to face, whether it be our own inner fears, internal, external conflicts happening. It's cormorants just flying away in the background. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, just lots and lots and lots of changes. Now it's all about how we accept change. Change, like the Death card and tarot, it's not anything to be scared of. It can be good changes, the same as a tower. You see the tower in the tarot and people panic. But it can also be a time of, like, yeah, things have to be knocked down to be rebuilt, but it's how you deal with the changes which is what makes a difference. Maybe we've been putting ourselves out there, maybe we've not been getting enough rest, and life hasn't really stopped, has it, this last fortnight? I know myself, last week I did over 70 hours between standard work and doing extra work to try and help a friend out. This week I was almost 60 hours at work and just my standard job as well, so yeah, life has not stopped. There's been overtime galore at the moment, but at the same time it's establishing myself in the company which I'm working for now. It's also leading to brighter things and brighter, well, yeah, more opportunities. It's all a state of progression, isn't it? But you've got to put the hard work in to get the benefits back out. You won't get rewards for nothing, and what you put out into the universe you'll get back, and that's being proven to me to some extent. You may find that on your journey you come across people who take a little bit of advantage of you and aren't prepared to put in as much as what you've been giving in, and you may feel a little bit robbed from this, but overall karma's there for a reason. Some of us don't believe in it, but no, what we put out comes back, and if we do end up being in a situation like that, we know karma's going to come onto them and we're going to get good karma ourselves. Now obviously we don't wish any bad karma or bad energies on anyone, but they kind of, you make your own bed, you sleep in it, don't you, to some extent, so it's up to them what they choose. That's free will for you. But yeah, it's definitely a time to be contemplating, reflecting, making those changes we've been thinking about over Christmas and the time we've had to reflect over then. It's time to get out of the comfort zones, push things forward, face those inner demons, face whatever's holding us back to release it so we can be slingshotted into the next stage of our path. It's all too easy for us to sit down and like repeat our own cycles, go around in circles all the time, but we have to break that cycle if we want to carry on in a straight line. And the only way we can do that is to face our fears, to live our dreams, come out of our comfort zone and push forward. It'd be good to get some feedback from the other members of the collective and see what you've been feeling as well. Now, as you can see, I'm not sure how much time I'm going to get here. The tide's coming in at the moment and it's coming in quite rapidly, so I might have to move halfway through, but let's do a stone throw and see what the collective has to look at energy wise for the remaining part of January 2023. I'll see you in a second with the tray. So as always, this is going to be a reading for the collective. It's not for anyone in particular, it's not a personal reading. So it may relate to others in some ways and may not relate to others in other ways. So just take what relates to you, leave something there for somebody else if it doesn't relate to you. Don't try and make the story fit, because then you can end up accidentally manifesting things you don't want to happen. So it can take you away from your true path. So yeah, take what it is, take what relates. We're going to start with a general energy read for the collective of where we need to concentrate we need to concentrate and focus our energies on for the rest of January 2023. As always, I'll cleanse the area. I'll cast a circle and I'll call the spirits in. So let's see what the spirits and guides have to suggest for the collective. How we doing? Spirits, guides. What does the collective have to focus their energies on? What do you need to work on? What do you need to focus on? Any ideas on where the chakras are? Do you have any blockages? Is anything misaligned at all? What advice do you have for the collective for the rest of January 2023, please, Spirit? Are we ready? Thank you. Well, looking at that, it looks like everything's quite a long way all over the place at the moment. There's, nothing's drastically major because your soul is over here, so it's all the way off to one side. So I think generally there's a range of stuff we've got to do, but none of it is majorly urgent. We just need to basically keep the balance at the moment, maintain our path, keep sharing love and being open to receive. I think it's the important bit on that. Action is right next to higher mind, so maybe there's some manifestations you've got to do, maybe there's a bit of meditation you've got to do, maybe there's some answers you're seeking. Maybe you can't get the answers from anywhere else, or you're waiting for an answer from a company or a person or something, and you just sat there in hangman mode, aren't you? So maybe you can get some answers by talking to spirit instead. So maybe you've got meditation you need to do there. Maybe there's a little bit of inner work you got to do, a bit of shadow work. So let something go so you can progress onto the next part of the cycle. Yeah, generally there is a bit of almost a square here. I think it is just maintaining the balance, remembering, you know, a table has four legs. Fours in tarot represents stability and stuff as well, so maybe you just have to keep being stable with what's going on the outside. That's my feel from that reading there. Concentrate on your manifestations, your higher mind, your meditations. You're looking for the answers, go searching for them. Ask spirit, they're there to help you. So there's a bit of an idea of what's happening there. Obviously, yeah, like I said, your soul's all the way off to one side there, so nothing's majorly bothering you. It's just keep the balance. Keep the balance. Chakra wise, again, the only thing we really have to look at is going to be the third eye. Maybe we've got a bit of a blockage going on at the moment with the third eye chakra. Maybe again we need to be getting a download. We haven't had a chance to receive it, so get meditation in there as well. Maybe it's just a case of just, well, it's not grounding, but maybe it's just a case of just you've lost your way a little bit, you need some answers, so go and look for them. Once you get your answers, you're going to be rebalanced again. Everything will be all restored. It's just the one chakra and it's just the one energy we need to focus on right now. So that's not bad. We've been considering how Christmas has been and how manic the energies have been. Fair play. Well done, guys. We are getting there. It is progress. So well done for getting the balance back. I know lots of us over Christmas were, yeah, Christmas was a very busy time, very stressful time, very emotional time, and things have just gone turned upside down in the middle of January. So yeah, we will get there. Hold your own. You know where you're at. We can all get through this. It will all get better. Keep the faith. Stay positive. Remember, what you surround yourself with is what the universe will give back. So yeah, that's where the positivity is the key. Right, we should get these away and we should get our bones out and see what Spirit has to suggest for the collective for what we can expect for the rest of 2023. I'll see you in a second. Well, fair play. I've just been sat down here. I've been spoken to by a pair of guys who've just been walking down the beach. I've also been spoken to by a grey-haired lady with a little girl who I was actually told about in a reading last week that I might run into somebody with some advice. We ended up having a bit of a talk. She's asking what I was doing with the beach and the calamancy throws, and yeah, okay. But what was I saying about things slowly coming together? You've got to get yourself out there to receive the opportunities. So I'm out there, I'm doing this, and yeah, things that have been predicted are slowly popping into place. But anyway, yeah, that's not for me blabbering and being like, wow, thanks Spirit. So yeah, we've got the bones out. So yeah, we've got the bones out. So we've already got the circle open, we've already cleansed out, we've already got called Spirit in. So let's see what the spirits and guides have to suggest the collective with for the rest of January 2023. The Spirit, guides, what can the collective expect for the rest of January 2023. What's going to be good? What's going to be bad? What's going to surprise us? What's going to be good? What opportunities can we expect? And how are things going to run? Thank you, Spirit. Are we ready? Are you ready? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We've had 3 jump out and a triangle around the outside. The pointer, I don't know if you can see it just down there, is pointing that way, but it's going past a tray. So we're going to take that one out. Down here we have the no shell, so we're not going to worry about that. And over the back there we had the key jump out as well, so we're not going to worry about home either. So these can go straight out the equation. We're not going to worry about them. Right, starting in the sensor, as you can see we've got 3 on the dice. So keep an eye out for repeated numbers, could be on number plates, could be on times, could be 333. Keep waking up that time every single night for a couple of days during the witching hours. One, you know, could be on a door outside a house, could be, it keeps cropping up. Go and have a look on Google. They're there for a reason. It could be angels trying to give you a message, spirits trying to give you a message. It could be guidance, it could be a life path number, you know, it could be one of many things. So yeah, just investigate it if you keep seeing 3s. Yeah, I'm going to say that's pretty much was in the centre, wasn't it? So, but here you got movement represented by the compass. It was upside down. I don't do reversals on this. They land where they land. They land how they land. You only want to work with either side as a sixpence because it can represent 2 different things for each side. We've got movement. It could be lots of travelling coming in. Maybe got lots of movement around for work. Maybe you're waiting for a letter to come in. Maybe you're waiting for some news. Something's going to be coming in, and that's going to be in the next couple of days. That's going to be within this week. Going around a clockwise direction, you've got wealth is next to the sixpence. Sixpence is on tails, so it's going to represent multiple forms of income. They are looking off this way. It's also related to work, which, well, yeah, income, finances, yeah, it's usually done to work, isn't it? We've got magic by it as well, though, so that may be a little bit of manifestation needed, that will finally coming in, a bit of good karma coming back in from all the hard work and effort you put in. Oh, 9 crows above my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 crows. And just as I'm saying that, if I remember correctly on Wikipedia, 9 crows represents a message of love. So maybe that's going to be coming in at some point as well. We'll have a look in a minute. Maybe your manifestations are going to come in. So yeah, we've got an idea of what's happening, and maybe you need to boost your manifestations to make sure the opportunities from work and the finances do come in. But again, that's going to be by the end of the week. That's not far away. A couple of days time. Over here, the loss. I'm not getting anything off these 2. What's the energies? The energy's good. The energy's bad. I'm not feeling anything on the warning bell or the loss. So you got you've got a good bit of game coming in here. And some news coming in. We've also got a partnership represented by the 2 teeth. Now that could be love, it could be a friendship, it could be a business partnership, it could be a friendship, could be a new relationship. Maybe it just means that you've got yourself balanced, and your male and your feminine energy is nicely balanced and on par with each other. Maybe you just feel complete just being yourself at the moment, and because you found that part of you you've lost, you're back together in full swing for yourself. Over here you've got the masculine energy. It's on top of the circuit board, which represents messages and technology. So it could be messages coming in online, could be text messages, SMS. It could be related to what's coming on here, but it's coming from a masculine energy. It doesn't mean it's a male, it could be a female who's very out of balance or more in a masculine energy at the moment. So but yeah, so yeah, it's not man or woman, it's just energies. We've all got both energies within us. We say it every time on the tarot cards and stuff as well, don't we? So it's, yeah, it doesn't mean it's a man coming in with messages. It could just be a very masculine energy female coming in, but there's going to be messages coming in there. This could result in movement too. Looking down this way, you've got the yes, which is, it's almost in the triangle here with the movement and the messages. You've also got change, which is not a bad thing. Looking And change is going to be, it's going to be next weekend, maybe the start of the week after next. Oh, yeah, it's close, but it's not going to be tomorrow, you know. Over here, not feeling anything on that. What's the energy? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it useful? Okay, I'm being asked to remove that one. That's not applicable, so there will be change coming up. There could be just a wait and see on that one, or Spirit may not want to tell us too much about what's going on there, but there's no good or bad outcome. It will be what it will be. Maybe we haven't set all the intentions in there to know where exactly we stand with something, these messages, and we're waiting for that confirmation to come in. So it could go either way at the moment, which is probably why there's nothing following up there. And the partnership over here goes to a feminine energy. The feminine energy is next to silver heart, representing love. And that could be self-love, love for a friend, could be for a pet, could be, yeah, you know, you take it how you will. It's going to mean different things to all of us, but love's love. It's, yeah. You've also got the good shell next to it, so it's going to be good love. And what I like the most is just next to the silver heart is you've got the strawberry shell, which represents gain. So you're going to be gaining the love near the end of the month. Looking over this way, you've got the three-pronged tooth, which represents family, and that's quite close to health. So maybe someone's going to be a little bit poorly, or maybe they're going to get some good news. Maybe this news is related to that, and they're going to get good news that they've recovered from an illness, or they're doing better, or they've, you know, it's going to represent different people in different ways. It could be a call for somebody. It could be somebody beating cancer for someone else in the collective. There's so many different ways it can represent to all of us. So as we said at the start, take what you will, take what relates, leave something there which doesn't relate to you for somebody else, because it will mean it's the message is there for them. But yeah, we hope that offers the collective some advice. We'd like to thank those who have watched the video, subscribed, shared. If you know anybody who may enjoy or benefit from the readings, please feel free to share about it. It's not about the numbers, it's about spreading the word and the messages, and even though it may not relate to you, you may know the person who it's supposed to relate to. So if we can get them out there, it helps us all, and if we can work together as a collective and all focus in the direction Spirit wants us to be working in together, we can try and make the world a better place, all working for the greater good. I'd like to thank Spirit as well for the messages and the guidance. I'd like to thank Charlestown Beach too for staying dry even if it's a bit chilly, and for the tide holding off just about for me to get the whole of the video done. Anyway, we wish you all the very best for the next fortnight for the new moon in Aquarius. Just to stay focused on your manifestations, have a little bit of you time, get some meditation in there. Just don't hold yourself back either. Sometimes we can build our own barriers up and we can basically block ourselves just from mentality, so stay positive with it as well. Could be a challenging week or two, but there's good things in the pipeline coming, so keep the faith, keep showing the love, keep being consistent, stay grounded, and I'll just see you I'll try and get back next week. It all depends on how work is, but if not, I'll definitely be back with another video ready for the full moon in Aquarius, which I believe is a super moon. Anyway, that's it from Charlestown Beach for today, so we shall see you next time. Until then, take care. Blessings.